This is episode 95 of the Arts Academy podcast with Victor Varnado and Roxxy Haze. How to design a flyer. Hey everybody, and welcome to Arts Academy podcast. I am Headmistress Roxxy Haze, and this is Dean Victor Varnado.
Hey everybody, it's Dean Victor Varnado.
Oh, it was funny. I'm going to introduce me. And today we're going to be talking about how to design a flyer.
Oh, looks like Roxy froze over in the corner. So I don't know if she's going to come back to life. She is absolutely frozen. Maybe she was hit by a...
Oh no, I froze.
Hello? Yeah, you did. You froze. It was really funny for a while. Because I was just talking about how your face was frozen. I think I gotta find that clip. Intro. I gotta find that clip and I'll put it online.
No,
Roxy is frozen.
I'm gonna restart that whole episode. All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Arts Academy podcast. I am Headmistress Roxxy Haze, and this is Dean Victor Varnado. And today we're gonna talk about how to design a flyer.
By the way, if you're watching this, Roxy has her video turned off, so you're seeing a picture of me as a 6-year-old on my, because that's what's on my StreamYard account.
Yeah, you profile. Baby. I'm Victor. All right, so I'm gonna try to go into some of the intricacies of a flyer. This is an art form, so things are subjective. There may be things that you do not agree with. Oh, it's two babies on the screen right now.
That's right. If you're watching this as video, you're seeing 2 6-year-old Victors.
2 little baby Victors. All right. So first, I am going to... The first thing you want to think about when you're making a flyer is, what am I making this flyer for? So what are you achieving this flyer for? Who's your target audience? And when you think about these questions, it'll help you figure out how you want your design to look. So today, I want to make a cupcake flyer. I don't know why, but that's what I'm on. I have a cupcake business, and I would like to make a flyer promoting my cupcake business. So we have the purpose of the flyer. We have the target audience. The target audience is people that like cupcakes, okay? The second part that you want to figure out is the layout and format. So you want to figure out what looks aesthetically pleasing for your audience. So I'm going to actually narrow my audience down a little bit more. I'm going to say kids. I want to promote this cupcake business to kids. So just knowing that in mind, I know I'm going to want like some bright colors. I'm going to want like big fonts. I'm going to want all of those things that would make it appealing to children or parents. More so when you're advertising to kids, you're advertising to parents of children because that's where the money is. So the next thing is the color scheme and font. So we're looking for something that's like playful. We're looking for something that's silly, but we're also looking for something that's bold. When you think about cupcakes, you're thinking about pinks. You're thinking about browns. You're thinking about like vanilla and stuff like that. On the last episode, we talked about Canva. So Canva already has a lot of templates that are built, that are already formatted, that are already laid out for me. So I don't really have to think so much about layout or where I want to place things because they're already placed. But just a quick thing into like text hierarchy. You always want the most important information to be as big as possible. So that's usually the headline or the title. Like you want that to be big. You want that to be bold. When you're thinking about fonts, there's different kinds of fonts. There's a serif font. So a serif font is, the best way to explain it is like, think of Times New Roman. And if you look at the font, it has those little feet at the bottom or like the little feet at the top. That is a serif font. A sans serif font is a font that does not have any little feet on it. So sans means not or no. In Latin, I'm so sorry. My child just popped up and scared me. Someone was touching me. I do apologize. I was very... She just touched me quietly, made no noise. And yeah, that was a real scream.
That's really funny. But the funny thing is, actually, I realize what you're saying. I actually didn't even... I never put all of that together about serif and sans serif. I didn't put it together. I knew that serif and sans serif meant that one had the branches at the end of the letter and the other did not. but I didn't even think that because sans serif means without serif. I didn't even think that. I just assumed, oh, these are just two words I have to know that
that
mean
means
different
stuff.
things, even though they make perfect sense.
Yes. So
I just want everybody to know how stupid I am. That's all.
Well, I think a lot of times we don't think about like what the word means because it doesn't matter. We don't need to think about like what it technically means. We just need to know what it means to do the thing we need. You know what I mean? Like, do you really need to know that sans means no or not in Latin to know that it means without the little feet on it? I guess I don't know. I knew what you're saying. My child really scared me. I'm still coming down from that adrenaline. But all right. So generally speaking, if you're doing flyers, most flyers you're gonna see a sans serif font. Serif fonts usually look a little bit more fancy. They look a little older, and they're better to read longer text. So that's why you'll see a lot of serif fonts in books because the feet actually help your eye line when you're reading. But they just look older, so they don't look as cool on modern stuff. So I actually like this flyer is cool. I like how it looks. The focus is on the cupcake. The cupcake is in the middle. So I'm going to select this one. Now, one of the things you always want to make sure to do when you're making a flyer is please do not put more than 2 to 3 fonts. 2 is really what you should strive for. 3, you're pushing it. But you can kind of play around with the title, and maybe the title is 2 different ones and you have one font kind of going on in the background. But I think that's one of the things that makes people's fonts very, very ugly is that they will use so many different fonts and it's hard to look at. It makes me not want to look at it. The flow of the flyer is not good. So I have my flyer. This one's already formatted really well. There is text in the middle and there is a big picture in the middle. So automatically my eye is drawn to the middle of the flyer. The next thing is when you're making a flyer, you want to make sure that you have some sort of call to action on the flyer. This one.
No, I just hate the phrase call to action. I understand it. I know what it means. I just hate jargon. I'm just not a fan of jargon, I would say.
You sounded, it's funny because we can't see each other's faces, so all I just heard was like a thorough disgust of jargon.
I actually do a character as this whenever I have my profile picture like this. Do you want to see it? Here it is.
Hi, my name's Little Victor. I'm 6 years old. I'm a scamp. I'm having a really good time. Nothing makes me smile as much as your mama's big booty. That's right. I said that about your mother.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm leaving that in there too. I'm not editing that out. All right.
That's
so
fine. I said booty. It's fine.
I said booty. So I actually opened another flyer too, just because that one was cute. One of the other things you'll notice about this image itself is the image is very high quality. Like that's another thing that can make your flyer very ugly is using a low resolution image. Victor, you know a little bit more than me. Where are some good sites for people to go? Because I know Canva has it, but there's other like stock sites that people can use. I know one's like Pixabay or something.
One big one is Unsplash. Unsplash is pretty good.
Unsplash? Is it free?
Unsplash, yes. It is free. It has free and paid images, but like it started all free, and so now it's like half the images are free.
Oh, dang. Okay, cool. Unsplash. So yeah, you want to look up high resolution images. If you're doing like a Google search for images, always use the large when you're searching. Don't search for small ones. You want it to look good. Once again, one of the great things about Canva is they already have a ton of images that I can use, some with background, some without. And then it also has the background remover tool. So even if it has a background, I can instantly click and remove it. So I actually want to switch up my cupcake. Which one do I want? I think I'm just hungry. If it's for kids, I want a more colorful cupcake. I'm going to use this one. Okay. So for those of you listening, I have a chocolate cupcake and it has blue and pink sprinkles. I feel like that is very appealing to children. I don't like that I'm advertising to kids, but Canva lets me move the position of it. So it's kind of like how Photoshop is, where it has layers, but Canva just lets you move them a little bit easier. I just can click position and then click backwards. So right now, for those of you listening, I have this blue and pink cupcake with the chocolate, but the surrounding images and colors are yellow, and I feel like that's clashing. So I would go change this to like one of the colors that's incorporated already in the images. So you can do that by clicking the little color swatch at the top, and you click this little plus sign, and there's an eyedropper tool, and I can just click one of the colors that's already there. That's very important to flow of the design, is incorporating, if you're using images, incorporate colors that are already in the image so that you know they're not clashing because they're already in the image. It just makes it look nicer.
I didn't know that it automatically makes a palette for you based on the imagery you have already. That's great.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, if you scroll down on the side when you're clicking the color swatches, if you scroll over, it will have 5 colors for every image that you use that's already in the picture. So, yeah, I could have just did that too, now that you said that. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. So it's already looking like it's flowing a little bit better because I'm using colors that are in the image itself. I'm gonna use some pink. And boom, here we go. I have a flyer now. One of the next things that you need to do, which is a step that I skip a lot, which is very important, is you need to proofread your flyer. Proofread your flyer. Make sure you don't have any mistakes. Even if you have somebody else making your flyer, always carefully go over your stuff and make sure that you don't have any errors in it, because that can be very detrimental. Not just because you want to look like you know what you're doing, but like if I have a code on here, like right now, that says 25% off, and if I accidentally put 200% off or something crazy like that, like people will come in your business and expect what's on the flyer. And so you don't want to potentially lose business because you have mistakes. Also, if the address is wrong or the phone number is wrong, you're missing out on potential business because they can't reach you or contact you. And then you want to make sure that you save and download your image. Save it as different formats. If you're using Canva, you can save it as different sizes. So I can make it a huge file. I can make it a very small file. And I usually save my images as a PNG file just because they look better. But you can save it as a JPEG and you'll be fine.
Sorry.
Honestly.
Okay, I fixed it.
And that is it. I have successfully designed a flyer. Sorry, I left out something very important that I feel like a lot of people don't understand. White space. You do not have to fill your entire flyer. It's actually better to leave some space so that people's eyes can see the information that you want them to see. You do not have to put every single piece of information on the flyer. Just put the most pertinent information, which is usually like whatever you want them to pay attention, your business name. If you have a logo, put your logo on there, your address, your phone number, your contact information. But you don't have to put, I made these cupcakes by hand in 1957. Now, all that does not need to be on a flyer. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. That is very important. Keep it simple. Make people want to look at it. I actually hate these little background things. I'm going to take those off. That's ugly. I don't like that. And that is it. Do you have anything that you would like to add, Victor?
No, I think this is great. What a great job. Great job putting the this class together, AI.
Yeah, man, the AI was smooth.
Yeah, thanks.
I should have read it for the Canva one because they did it, but it was too long. I wasn't doing all that. But yeah, shout out to the AI, which we discussed in an earlier episode. What is it? Chat
GPT.
GPT. Yeah, it gave me a really smooth outline, which helped me to teach you guys this class today. So make sure y'all check out that episode so you can learn how to use it for yourself.
Agreed.
And it's fire. It is fire. And that's it for me. If you have any other things you want me to discuss, let me know in the comments below. If you have any other topics, I probably will be teaching another class on how to design a flyer, going more into depth on text hierarchy and fonts, selecting fonts, getting a mood for fonts, color scheme, so which colors go good with each other, how to convey moods through your flyers, all of those kind of things, selecting graphics. I will go more in depth in when we do a full class. So that has been, is that we wrapping it? You got none?
I think that's great. Yeah.
Cool. We are done here. So thank y'all very much for listening to this episode of Arts Academy Podcast. Once again, if you have any requests or something that you want to learn, let us know in the comments, because we do read the comments and we do want to provide you with information that you want to learn. I am Roxxy Haze. This is Victor Varnado, and you can Dean Victor, my bad, left the title off, Dean Victor Varnado. and you can see more about us at artsacademypodcast.com. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this too. Join our Students of Arts Academy, of All Arts Academy, on Facebook, so that you can see these episodes live and you can ask us questions live.
Yes, indeed. Way to go.
Thanks, man. Peace. Make sure to visit us at artsacademypodcast.com.